So this is an early Christmas present to see these two teams in the early part of the season and see how they play and stack up against each other, and then what adjustments they might make when they face each other, probably in the sectional championship at the County Center in White Plains. Let's see how this one goes.
And hey, look, it's Brian Georges, the head coach of the Marist women's basketball team, back at his old stomping grounds for the annual Bastina Tournament. And this is Andrea Espinoza-Hunter, who played on the Ossining varsity as an 8th grader, then transferred to prep school, committed to play at UConn next year, and transferred back to Ossining for her senior season. But much more on her in a minute. Right from the get-go, you knew this was going to be a dogfight. Rebecca Towns gets things started when she circles back behind the three-point line and gets the first points of the game. At the other end, Jada Stripoli was showing how they did things when she was in the traveling circus. Back the other way, Towns has a wide-open lane down Main Street. And Kayla Harris was showing off her post moves. Stripoli forgot to show us one more of those circus moves. She finished with 10 points, but when Andrea Espinoza-Hunter started heating up, that fire never went out. Still, Lourdes was hanging with Ossining. Valdez gets the uncontested jump shot. And when Lourdes caught the Pride slow on defense, the Warriors made them pay. Abby Weeks with 18. Maddie Segrist had 17. And Lourdes was giving Ossining a run for its money. But there was no stopping Espinoza-Hunter. Andrea was a cut above and probably one of the best shooters this area has seen in a very long time. Still, Lourdes kept pace, and we were tied at 23 after 1. In the second, Lourdes gets 3 for a quarter. Valdez misses, gets another opportunity, misses again, and Segrist is there to make the third time a charm. But Espinoza-Hunter was on her way to a 30-point first half. Abby Weeks was trying to keep everyone honest, and we were tied at 28 in the second. Maddie Segrist played both ends of the floor. But Ossining was on its way to 14 three-pointers in this one. Stripoli hits that one, and Andrea follows that up with another. This girl was on fire. Ossining led 48-41 at halftime. In the second half, it was Maddie Segrist who was on fire. She scored the first 7 points of the half and got Lourdes to within 1. But no one had an answer for Espinoza-Hunter. She finished with a game-high 51 points and MVP honors. Yeah, you think? As Ossining pulls away from Lourdes with an 86-66 win.
All right, first question I got to ask you is, it's always Ossining and Lourdes. You guys are very competitive. Why would you reveal what you got so early in the season with them?
Well, Al invited us last year after we played them in the playoffs, and I think coming up here in a hostile environment is good for our kids, so I thought it was great.
Let's talk about the play of the entire tournament. How do you think the team did? What do you need to work on still?
We're growing and we're learning how to play without Aubrey, so we're adjusting. But Andrea's made that adjustment a lot easier. She's really starting to trust her teammates now. She hit some kids and made some great plays.
My teammates, when they were open, I was able to pass it off to them, and they were able to hit the shots, especially Kelsey Queen. She hit 5 threes, and Kayla Harris always sliding down so I could dish to the ball. So both of them really helped on that.
You played here on Ossining's team as an 8th grader. Then you went to prep school. You come back now. You're going to UConn. I mean, it's all happening for you, isn't it?
Yes, I'm just really grateful of the support system I have. Without everyone that supported me, I wouldn't be where I am today.
I mean, it was going to be a tough game. It's always tough with these guys. You've seen them now. You're probably going to see them in the sectionals. What do you think you've learned from this game?
I think we definitely learned, they live and die by the 3, and now that we know that, it'll be much easier. Not much easier to play against them, but we'll know what we're up against and what we have to look for.
Inside game, they were tough. They really kind of stifled you guys in the first half, part of the second half too.
Yeah, they were very physical. They're always physical, and sometimes the fouls don't get called, but you just have to play through it because they're always very athletic with the rebounds, and you just have to play hard.
You came out on fire in the second half.
Yeah, well, Coach Rihanna gave us a really good pep talk in the locker room, and we were ready for them. They have a lot of great players, and we were just ready. We tried our hardest, and that's all you could do.
All right, well, they say you learn more from losses than you do from wins. What'd you learn from this one?
We learned that Andre Espinoza-Hunter is probably the best shooter that's ever played in this area. Learned that. Hey, one thing we learned is that we can play with them. Okay, we were with them, and we just had a little bit of a fallback in the second half there. We couldn't keep up with them scoring in the second half. That was the difference in the game. But I told the kids I'm proud of them. The way they played and everything. This team's been blowing people out, by tons, and usually Espinoza-Hunter's been averaging 40-something points a game, not playing the fourth quarter. This was a tough team, and we knew that coming in, that it wasn't going to be an easy job, and they score a lot of points. They make threes better than they make layups.